Hello and welcome back to the Human with AI channel. I'm Amy,
And I'm Andy.
and we're your AI team assistants. We're here to guide you through another deep dive.
That's right. We're looking at some really interesting source material shared by one of our listeners.
Yeah, it's excerpts from a piece called Operational Discipline Meets AI Momentum, the Leadership Imperative for 2025 and Beyond.
And it really hits on a key challenge leaders are facing, doesn't it?
Totally. It's this question of, okay, how do you deliver results today? You know, keep things running smoothly, efficiently.
While also transforming the business for tomorrow, especially with things like AI changing so fast.
Exactly. It's not really an either-or situation anymore, is it?
Not according to this material. It suggests the most effective leaders now are the ones who can manage both. They act decisively now, optimizing performance.
But they also keep their eyes firmly on the future, building for what's next.
It takes, as the source puts it, a sort of new muscle for leadership.
Yeah, like being tested on long-term vision and day-to-day execution, making sure teams are aligned and, well, getting stuff done effectively.
Right. So our goal here is to pull out the key insights, maybe some surprising facts from this source for you.
We want to help you understand what's crucial for leadership and business strategy, looking ahead to 2025 and, beyond.
Without you having to read the whole thing, basically. Let's jump in.
Okay, so first up, the material talks about a big strategic shift, away from what it calls the growth at all costs era.
Ah, yes. That's a really fundamental point. For a while there, especially in tech, maybe, it felt like the main thing was just rapid expansion.
Right, like getting bigger was the only goal, sometimes without worrying too much about efficiency or, immediate profit.
Resources, people, spending on digital stuff, it sometimes seemed almost unlimited if it meant scaling up.
But this research suggests that whole mindset is changing, or maybe it already has changed.
Definitely. What seems to be taking its place is a more disciplined approach, more refined.
Growth is still the goal, but it's growth with more rigor, more focus on actual value.
Exactly. And innovation needs to show its impact faster now. It's not just about potential anymore.
The numbers they cite are pretty stark, actually.
Yeah, like over 70% of CEOs are prioritizing operational excellence, cost discipline. That's a huge focus on the fundamentals.
But, and this is the key part, at the same time, over 90% are still actively looking for growth through M&A, digital expansion, integrating AI.
So it's not ditching growth. It's about being smarter, much smarter about how you achieve it.
Perform today, transform for tomorrow. It's that dual mandate again.
Which tells us the next wave of success isn't just about size. It's about being sharper, quicker, more intelligent in your operations and how you use tech.
And that leads really nicely to the next point from the source, this idea of finding hidden value through operational optimization.
Yes. This is where it gets really practical, I think.
The argument is that a lot of organizations are basically holding themselves back, not because people aren't working hard, but because things internally are just misaligned.
Totally. Think about like old systems built for problems we don't even have anymore.
Or teams chasing metrics that don't actually connect to the current strategy.
Or just talented people working in silos, maybe on things that aren't the most critical right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of just asking, are we busy?
Yeah.
The better question is, how is the work actually getting done?
Are different teams doing the same thing without knowing it? Do our core processes actually make sense for what we're trying to achieve today?
Are we making simple decisions way too complicated? Or, the flip side, are we not even using the powerful tools we already pay for?
Right. And by digging into those internal workings, the day-to-day stuff, companies are finding they might not need more money or more people from outside.
They just need better coordination, better orchestration of what they've got.
Precisely. Better orchestration of the people and the technology they already have. It's not just about cutting costs blindly.
It's about intelligently freeing up capacity, freeing up energy from within.
And then you can point that energy towards the things that really drive growth and transformation.
It's like that messy workshop analogy you used before we started recording.
Yeah. You have all the tools, but if they're buried under junk, you can't build anything well.
Optimization is just cleaning up the workshop so you can work effectively.
Exactly. Unlocking the potential that's already there. And, this flows right into how AI fits in. It's not positioned as some kind of magic bullet.
No, and I thought this was crucial. The source calls AI a force multiplier, not a shortcut. That feels really important.
It really does. Because AI is powerful, it's changing things fast, but just having AI isn't the answer.
It's about how leaders weave it into their basic operating model, right?
Yes. The companies getting the best results aren't just automating one small step in an old broken process.
They're actually rethinking the whole workflow with AI in mind.
That's the idea they're asking. How can AI help us make faster, smarter decisions? How can it help us test ideas, learn, and adapt much quicker?
And critically, how does AI help our people? Augment their skills, their judgment, their creativity.
Rather than just trying to replace them, it's about enhancing human capability.
So humans can focus on the complex stuff, the nuanced problems, while AI handles the heavy lifting with data, patterns, routine tasks.
And the material says early adopters doing this well are seeing real returns, sometimes, significant double-digit gains.
Wow. But it's not just about saving money, is it?
No, maybe even more important is that they're learning faster. Using AI to iterate on business models, improve customer experiences based on feedback, find hidden inefficiencies.
And it sounds like it's happening through steady integrated steps, not giant disruptive projects all the time.
Right. AI becomes embedded in the workflow, not just some separate tool.
Which is interesting because despite all this tech talk, the source really doubles down on the human element.
Absolutely. It kind of pushes back on the narrative that AI just makes people less important.
If anything, it suggests top leaders are investing more in their people, in talent, in culture. Workforce capability is climbing the priority list.
Yeah, and it highlights three specific things about the people side. First, the importance of middle and senior managers.
Why them specifically?
Well, they're the ones who have to translate the big strategy into actual work on the ground. They manage the tricky integration of AI tools with human teams.
They solve the problems AI can't solve.
Exactly. They're the bridge between the strategy and the day-to-day execution. They're crucial.
Okay, that makes sense. Second point was about high-performance cultures being built on clarity.
Yes, clarity. AI can make teams more productive, sure, but productive doing what?
So without clear direction from leaders, AI could just help people do the wrong things faster.
Precisely. Leaders need to be crystal clear about what matters, what the real goals are. So everyone, humans and AI systems, are pulling in the same direction. Clarity equals focus.
Got it. And the third point was cross-functional fluency. That sounds important.
It sounds like a massive advantage. It means people who can think beyond their own department.
People who understand how the whole business works together.
Yes, and who are comfortable using data and AI tools relevant to their job and maybe adjacent jobs, and who connect their daily work to the bigger picture.
Because AI is breaking down data silos, so humans need to be able to think and work across those old boundaries too.
That's essential for creating joined-up solutions and tackling complex projects.
So the source sums this up nicely. The future isn't just managing people, it's orchestrating systems, talent, and tech together.
Towards a shared, clear value agenda. It's more like curation and integration, less command and control.
Right. And speaking of orchestrating resources, the material also touches on navigating external risks. Geopolitics, policy changes, economic wobbles.
Yeah, those things aren't going away. They seem like a constant feature now.
And the leaders are trying different things, obviously diversifying supply chains, maybe being more cautious, expanding globally.
But the source suggests the best strategy might actually be internal, building organizational resilience.
That feels right. If you can't predict the next shock, your best bet is to be ready to adapt when it hits.
Building the internal capacity to absorb it, pivot quickly, and bounce back.
So companies that can flex fast, restructure teams, reallocate budgets, shift channels, stand up new processes.
They'll just outperform the ones that are too rigid, waiting for certainty that never comes.
And this ties back to that operational discipline we talked about earlier. That agility makes you inherently more resilient.
Operational excellence becomes the bedrock for strategic flexibility, which leads to the final point, transformation.
Yeah, and transformation here isn't always some massive disruptive overhaul.
Right. It can involve big projects, but the source emphasizes that often real transformation starts smaller, more fundamentally.
Like just getting super clear on priorities.
Yes, or realigning incentives so people are rewarded for the right behaviors. Or just modernizing how decisions actually get made day to day.
And AI can accelerate these foundational changes now. Act like a co-pilot.
Exactly. It can make those changes faster, smoother, and provide better insights along the way. So transformation becomes less of a one-off project.
And more of a continuous practice.
A practice that's iterative, informed by faster data loops thanks to AI, but still very much guided by human leadership.
And that often just starts by asking those tough, honest questions about how things are working right now.
So if we boil this down, what's the big takeaway?
Well, the source argues that success isn't just about speed or budget anymore.
It's about leaders having that new muscle, that
Oh.
ability to balance operational discipline with bold experimentation.
Using AI purposefully, embedding it in how work gets done, not just chasing the latest shiny object.
And crucially, aligning their people, their human teams toward clear outcomes that actually matter.
The strongest companies, it seems, will be the ones that are operationally sharp, strategically bold, and digitally intelligent.
Weaving it all together with people still at the center, it really is a leadership evolution.
Not just a tech story.
Absolutely not. And this source provides a good framework for what that evolution looks like. It's about intentional effort, focusing on fundamentals, amplified by smart tools.
Right. Building that future takes clarity, intention, and yes, as we explore here on Human with AI, strategically using powerful systems like us alongside human talent.
Couldn't agree more.
So let's leave you, our listener, with a final thought, pulling all this together from the source material.
A provocative question to consider.
How are you applying operational discipline in your own work or your organization? And maybe more importantly, how are you using AI capabilities?
Is it just for efficiency? Or are you thinking bigger, using AI to strategically reinvent how work gets done?
To orchestrate all your resources, people, tech, processes towards those really clear, meaningful outcomes.
It's a big question, but definitely one worth wrestling with as you look ahead.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
We really hope it sparked some valuable